works. If it doesn't work, then we're working, I guess. Hey, everybody, who's here? Oh, Dave's here. Jose's here as well. Okay, so now, Martin, if you go over to the other browser, you should be able to see everybody's comments here as well, okay? Hey, guys, how's it going? Daniel, how's it going? Holy free, holy.
How's it going?
Turn the volume down. All right, let's go through these. I want to make sure everybody gets represented tonight. There's Jose. There's Daniel. There's Daniel again. There's Jose. There's all these. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do this. Yeah, turn the volume. You have to turn the volume off, otherwise you get feedback from me.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, no worries. No worries. So, hey guys, thanks for joining us. I have put Martin's here, his link there right away. So please, guys, go visit his channel. This is Martin Extraordinaire. He has got a business for dumpster rentals that I've been excited to have him on for a while now. This is going to be really exciting. Got a bunch of new questions as well to ask him. We got to learn more about him and him being an entrepreneur and his business as well. So he's located up in Columbus, Ohio. So he's got some challenges in the wintertime for a dumpster rental that we're going to talk about later on. So this is going to be a good one, guys. So get your popcorn ready and let's have some fun tonight. Okay, guys? And at any time, please share this. Make some comments on the side there, please, as well. Give it a big like. That'd be greatly appreciated. And ask Martin any questions that you guys want at any time. Okay, that'd be great. So, Martin, you ready for this?
Let's go, man.
Hey, guys, everybody, this is his first live stream. This is the best part.
Thanks for having me, man.
All right. First live stream question from Martin is, when and why did you start as an entrepreneur? There we go.
I started as an entrepreneur in 2014, but really I've been an entrepreneur since I was a kid. I was the kid, man, in my house. Every season in the summertime, I was cutting grass, knocking on doors, like literally not scared, knocking on doors because I wanted to have some money in my pocket. In the fall time, I was raking leaves. In the winter, I was shoveling snow every year when I was a kid. So it kind of started as a kid. Being serious with entrepreneurship when I really, wanted to go into business for myself and really be serious about it was 2014. Had a really, really good job. I just finished college and stuff like that, man. So I thought I was, I wanted to be a guy in a suit and stuff like that. But so about going on almost 5 years now. I've been full-time entrepreneur. So yeah.
Good for you. So is this the name of your company right now is?
Kobe Dumpster Rentals.
Kobe.
That's one of my companies.
Kobe Bryant by chance?
Yeah. So Kobe Dumpster Rentals is named after my son, who's Kobe. And that's Kobe cool. Is named after my favorite, the greatest basketball player of all time, Kobe Bryant.
That is awesome. That is awesome. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. So, all right. So how did you learn to be an entrepreneur?
Oh, man. Honestly, man, I guess I really learned through trial and error, man. I think like I told you, as a kid, man, going out, knocking on doors to get people to pay me to do services for them. It kind of just, for one, it helped me to not, be shy away from rejection, and just when you take risk. I think being an entrepreneur is really about taking risk, and sometimes it's not calculated risk. Just taught me to take risk and just learn, like, man, once you go out and take risks, man, and if you persistent, man, you'll get that business.
Absolutely. You got to be persistent. Being an entrepreneur, you got to be right. You got to be self-motivated. You got to get up every day. You got to get out there and, take those risks. You're right.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, lots of fun. All right. So how did you come up with the idea for your business?
Well, and this is a story I wrote in my book as well. The way I even heard about the dumpster rental business, I was at a festival with my family. Well, it's like we have, like, every year we have, how you have festivals in your city. It was called the Rhythm Jazz Festival. And I met a guy who I actually still talk to. He's still in the dumpster rental business. And I just seen him with all these dumpsters lined up on wheels. And I just went up to him, man. And, I asked him, and this was actually 4 years before I even really got serious about it. So it was probably 2012. And I was like, man, what is this? He said, I do dumpster rentals, man. They people call me, I drop dumpsters off, they fill it up, I pick it up and dump it. I don't do no work. It's just pick it up, drop it off, dump it. I'm like, I love the concept. I also love the rental concept. You know, I think anything like renting a house, renting dumpsters, renting some, you know, tools. I just think the rental business in general is a really good business because the cash flow is so continuous, and you know, you can't go wrong buying a thing one time and you making money on it over and over again off of one initial investment with some upkeep.
I totally agree with you. Totally, yeah. Rental's fantastic. There's actually another entrepreneur that his name is Les. Hopefully he's going to join us later on tonight. He's out west in Canada. I think he's in Calgary, I think, and that's what he does. He rents out like party supplies as well. So
really good. Yes.
Really, really interesting. So how do you advertise your business? How do you go about doing that?
Well, of course, the advertising for any business, especially if you're selling services and products, of course, you got to be Google. That's number one. But believe it or not, man, people don't understand. And I talk about this a lot on my YouTube channel. In the beginning, especially when it was free more so, I utilize Craigslist. I don't know what people have against Craigslist. I know they think people are going to get killed or something. But man, I got so much business off of Craigslist, man. Like, I'm serious, man. I'm talking about, I still get I probably get about at least 3 calls a day off Craigslist alone, you know, and that's huge. I'm the only person who really even advertise in my city on it. And yeah, man, people call me from Craigslist every day. So Craigslist, Google, my website, yeah, stuff like that for the most part.
Okay, so you're getting off of Craigslist, you're getting 3 inquiries a day. How many of those will you close?
I'll probably close, it varies, about 50%, I'll say, just to be on average. I probably do average, at least, if you average it out, Monday through Saturday, 1 dumpster a day. So 6 dumpsters a week or more, but let's just say 6 dumpsters a week off Craigslist. That's closed customers. You know, $5 per ad, $5 a day per ad. So $25 a week can net me anywhere from, you know, almost $1,500. That's a really good ROI.
That's a great ROI. Are you kidding me? All right. So Life Ladder's got a quick question. SEO or paid ads?
Paid ads starting out, because it will take a little bit. If you know what you're doing, I always try to tell people, especially when I'm writing my other book, I try to get as much knowledge as possible. But pay per click is just real easy. I mean, and it's very inexpensive, and people will click on it, and you only get charged for what people click on. And if you know how to close deals, then, you know, pay per click. But of course, get the SEO going. It'll take a little while to get that going, but get it started. Hire a company, or just read and learn how to do it yourself. Because in the long run, it'll be better to get that organic growth, where it's, you know, it's more so you're not paying for those.
Good point. Good point. And Daniel said here that Craigslist used to be good, but they start charging pay per click to post ads and whatnot, or people to post the ads. So
I love that. I love that better, because they started it about, I think, last March. And I was like, man, it's an opportunity. And it's only $5. So I looked at it like, I knew that people weren't going to want to use it. But I'm going to tell you, if you're doing whatever service or something you were, you know, previously posting on Craigslist, and if you don't see as much of it going on Craigslist, just do 1 ad a day, $5 a day, and see how it worked for a week. But man, it kind of dwindled out every other person in my particular industry from posting, and I just flooded it. You know, I was doing, if I see somebody posting, I'm not trying to be a monopoly, but if I see somebody posting dumpster rentals, 1 ad, I'll pay for like 4 ads in one day, man, just to shut them up a little bit.
For sure. So,
marketing, man, you gotta pay for it. So, hey, I don't really mind it. But it's all up to you. If you want to put the money elsewhere, that's fine too.
Yeah, but hey, if it's a proven model for you for advertising, I mean, go with it. That sounds great. Good for you. Good for you. All right, Dave, here we go. Let's get Dave wound up tonight. Craigslist is great, but it's gotten worse over the years. I think a lot of people went to Facebook, and now they hate Facebook. Have you had any success on Facebook?
Not necessarily. So one thing I do use Facebook for, and I don't talk much about this yet on my channel, but I use Facebook. I think Facebook Marketplace, from what I saw, is one of the best places to resell items. I don't know why. Maybe because people are on Facebook more so than Craigslist, and it's more convenient for people to go on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, or Facebook ads, to do Facebook ads. But I really didn't have much success. You know, I probably was doing $25 a day in Facebook advertising, and I just wasn't getting the results. I was probably doing like one customer a week from that. So
really,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why Craigslist just worked better for me in the beginning, especially.
That's for your market. Has anybody here in the stream that's watching, post a comment. Has anybody had success with Facebook ads? Anybody? Like, I don't know. I don't. Very few. I'm
pretty sure Facebook marketing is really, really good for, I guess, digital marketing. I click funnels, and it just I feel like it works for different markets. You know.
Yeah, it must. It's still around. It must work for someone or some companies, for some industries. You're right. You're right. So, all right. Next question. What do you attribute to your success?
First of all, God, man. I got to give him all the glory, man. That's just me from my heart. I believe without him, man, like I wouldn't even wanted to have the mindset to do that. And of course, just my family. And I think just my hunger to want to continue to learn. You know, I want to just continue to learn, man. Like, you know, I love YouTube so much, man. Like, I know y'all love YouTube too, but like, I'm always just interested in just learning new things, seeing what people doing, seeing new things coming to market, just understanding things and just getting information about new things. So just continual learning would be like the last point of that.
Yeah. So getting back to the Facebook ads, Jose says, nope, hasn't tried it. Dave says Facebook sucks. Yep. And then Daniel says, I haven't tried it yet either. So there you go. There's some answers for you on that one, on the Facebooks. What motivates you?
What motivates me? I mean, my family. You know, I told you I have 5 kids, so so that's a lot of motivation, man. I mean, just and of course, just being an entrepreneur. I mean, you kill what you eat. I love what ET say. He said something very interesting. He said, you know, as an entrepreneur, when you hunting, you're a hunter. And so if you're a lion and that gazelle, if you're an entrepreneur, you're not going 9 to 5 looking for food. You're not on a 9 to 5 watch as an entrepreneur. You on gazelle. That's your clock, you know? So I think the biggest motivation would be just knowing that you got to kill what you eat. And if you don't bring nothing back home, if you're not making any money, then you're not gonna have a place to live. So I believe that's a big motivation. And that's also a reason why people are getting in and not being successful, because they don't like that type of uncertainty.
Yeah. Yep. I've seen that. Absolutely. Let's get back to your business. So I saw the video that you recently did about branding your dumpsters.
Yes.
Came up with the logo. Where'd you get the logo done?
I got that logo done on Fiverr. Fiverr is incredible, man. That's one of the best places to go. They did my proofreading, my book covers, all my just anything, like, you know, graphic designs for cheap prices. You can get pretty much anything on there now. So yeah, I use Fiverr to put me up a great logo.
Absolutely. You know, if everybody that's watching this, like now or later on, Fiverr is great. It really is. It's amazing. Fiverr.com. I think it's got 2 R's to it. FIVERR.com. If you, they're all virtual assistants by the looks of it, and they'll just help you out through anything nowadays. It's amazing, right? Cheap price, get the job done really quick for you. So okay, hang on. We got Victor here. We got Chris here as well. Sorry, Chris. I think I might jumped over you here as well. Say hi to Victor.
Hey,
and
Victor.
Chris. Here we go. Thrift Beast Chris. There we go. Chris and I just recently found out that we live in the same city. So, okay, excellent. Hey, here we go. All right, so you get your logo done. You go into branding. Take us through this. Like this, I think would be great for other entrepreneurs. So you took that leap of like, you know, you didn't have any real branding or logo or anything like that. So what? First of all, why did you do it? Secondly, you got it done through Fiverr, which is great. And then thirdly, take us through the process of like, you know, where you are today with that, and how, you know, what type of an ROI say you got from all this.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, man, it all comes from, man. I mean, we all see it no matter where we at. We all ride on highways or we're all out, you know, on the streets, and you see trucks everywhere you go with like logos and phone numbers. And I'll just always see that. I'm like, man, that's a opportunity, you know, to take. And I already had branding on there, but I just took it all off because I didn't like it. It just wasn't I won't want to say sexy enough, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't what I wanted, man. It wasn't, you know, the route I want to go. So I just rebranded it. And the reason why is, man, when I'm riding down the street, that's marketing, you know, publicity. And, you know, it's unlimited. I can't even tell you, you know, how many people I have got calls from people where it's parked at a customer's house. I get a lot of business when my dumpsters are parked at a customer house and their neighbors see it. They take a picture of my sign and they'll end up calling me. Well, you know, my neighbor just you just rented my neighbor a dumpster. I just wanted to see if I can, with your prices and stuff like that. So the ROI is just, I can't really keep track of it, if you will, because it's so many people will see it. And
Brand recognition, good for you.
Oh yeah, just the recognition and putting brand awareness, putting myself out there, and just giving people more avenues to find me, find my company.
Yeah, definitely. How many dumpsters do you have now?
I got 20 dumpsters.
20.
I sold a few. I got kind of, I want to had something that just wasn't up to par, and I knew a guy wanting to get into the business. So I sold a few of them just to kind of help out somebody, and also for me to utilize the money to get some more built up to my standard, and just so I can just make a bigger push and start to really just grow. But I kind of, you know, it's a balance, man. But I need more all the time. So I'll be
really, there's so much demand that you need to expand your
absolutely.
Your work.
Google's too much. I said in one of my videos again, like if you do the pay per click with Google, man, you can get kind of overwhelmed, especially if you don't have a lot of dumpsters. And if I got 20, those can go quick. So, you know, just constantly looking for them.
How many trucks do you have?
I got 2 trucks now, and I had 3 of them. I had to get rid of it. It just was paying insurance for no reason. I never used it, and I wasn't hiring another person at the time. So just 2 for now. One I got a backup just in case, you know.
Yeah, one of your more recent videos was it's always good that backup. One of your more recent ones you were saying about, you know, whether or not to hire employees and go down that road and whatnot. So yeah, you got to keep us informed as to well, put it this way, what's your next step? Are you going to move forward on the employees?
I'm just I'm thinking, because I had an employee, and it takes a certain type of employee for this business, and I just feel I'm doing my due diligence. I need to get to once I get to about 40 dumpsters, I think that's when I'll be able to hire somebody else. But right now, it's the way I got it set up, the way I schedule it. It's just easier. It's easy for me to do it, and I also have a family member who kind of helps me out. If something happened to me or anything like that, he's able to make some drop-offs for me as well. But yeah, just for now, I feel like for this particular business, and I'll make a video about this one day, I need to get a certain amount of dumpsters before it'll be time to hire another person, you know. Give them a fair amount of money, and I want to give a nice, decent package to somebody so they want to stay and grow and help build the company with me instead of just being an employee making pennies.
Good for you. Good for you. Hey, Ryan, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Dave has got a quick question here for you.
What's going on?
Would starting this business be easier in a small city or small town versus a big city like Denver?
I mean, of course, with a smaller city, you don't have much people, but I believe this is something you can start anywhere. It's all about getting in with the right people. So I would say for a smaller city, it'll be easier if you can market to, say, construction companies And you might, in smaller cities, from what I see, you might have to go to the outskirts, because I'm pretty sure a small city, you're by a bigger city, or so you might have to open up your territory with smaller cities. But it all depends on the demand. And I tell people who email me all the time, man, I always tell them, do a Craigslist marketing campaign in your city for about a few days and see if anybody gives you calls, and just do some testing in your market to kind of see, because it can kind of vary, man. Especially in small cities, you might already have dumpster rental companies who has it locked up. So
yeah,
do your due diligence. But of course, a bigger city, man, more opportunity. So I would say a bigger city.
Definitely. Ryan, I put Martin's link at the beginning, so scroll up of all the comments and try to get right there at the very top for you. For anybody that wants Martin's link, it's all there. Okay, for his channel, just scroll way back up. So, hey, Canines Over Coffee, great to having you join us tonight. Thank you so much. Jose at Rico Suave says Waste Management is looking for you. Look out.
I think I seen him. You had a video with Rico Suave, right? A stream.
Yeah, he was my first guest.
Yeah. What's going on, Rico Suave? Yeah.
So, yeah. Hang on for 1 sec here. Okay, I think we're caught up with everybody. So again, anybody has any questions, just drop it down there by all means, please. All right. Let's go back to what do you do to the business? So what do you do in the wintertime? I know you and I spoke about this. We were together like talking at 7:30 tonight. We were talking for almost half an hour before we went live. So kind of a few answers to these questions already, but Martin's, I think his business is so interesting. And living in Columbus, Ohio, what do you do when it snows and it freezes?
Man, honestly, it slows down, of course. I mean, because the snow, and you got snow days and you got times where you can't go on the streets. So that's the only time when it snows. But honestly, man, the way I do it, I learned this a couple years ago, is to market to house flippers, realtors, and so really house flippers, realtors, and construction companies, because it's, for me, that's their business all year round and they don't stop. So I kind of connect and get more, I lower my prices a little bit to kind of fit just so I can get a lot of more business. But I kind of market to people who still doing flipping houses all year round, to investors and realtors who constantly need my services. So that's kind of how I beat that. But
right.
It doesn't really slow down. It only slows down when it's just terrible outside, when it's like a ice, or just kids don't have school. So, but it still is a challenge for a lot of people who don't do what I do, man. A lot of guys I know, they have to go into other businesses. They got, like I said, some of them got, snowplow businesses and just do other things in the winter. Some guys shut down for the winter. They save up everything from the hot months and just come back in the springtime. So, for me, I get with the people who still need my services all year round and just lock them in and keep them coming to them.
All right. So a little trick of the trade here. What do you do when you wake up and you've had a big snowfall and it is freezing and you've got all your 20 dumpsters are all being called upon? What do you do? Are you there shoveling out every dumpster?
Well, if it's terrible, the customer 9 times out of 10, they probably won't, because you want to be safe. You don't want to be driving dumpsters, pulling trailers and just terrible weather. But if I'm for some reason Columbus, man, we got really good snow plowers. They be on it fast. So our streets get pretty cleared up pretty quick. So 9 times out of 10, man, I typically, I get them all out to them, but I will probably have to cut them in half because it takes a lot longer in the wintertime when it's like a heavy snow load, because you got snow in the trailers and you got to shovel it out so people don't lose space. So it's just, got to just work around certain things and, try to be wise about it.
So what happens if it's already loaded up with garbage and you get like a freezing rain land on it and snow? What do you do then? And it doesn't come out when you go to the dump.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I don't pit, so if I always look at the news, so I try to, in the wintertime, I always pay attention to the weather. And we got weather people, they're kind of good on ice. They're not good on other things going on. I kind of know when it's going to be an ice storm. So when I drop off a dumpster, I just lay some salt down on the bottom of it. And
that's the trick.
Yeah. But when it don't come out, you You just got to take it to your yard and let it sit until it thaws. It's I've seen it where
spring.
it don't come out. So you got to take an L sometimes.
Yeah, you got to sit and wait. You got to sit and wait. So Dave at Hidden Freedom Investing here has asked you a question. I watched it looked like trailers that you are calling dumpsters. So are those towable trailers you tow with a truck like a Ford F2, 250 or something?
Absolutely. So I didn't go the roll-off route. I had roll-offs prior to selling my first business. But with this one, I think it's just, I don't know what it is about Ohio and like these type of cities, but we kind of, like I said in some of my videos, we kind of revolutionized the concept of the dumpsters on wheels, and they're not dump trailers, but we use a chain and a skid and we pull everything out.
Right.
And basically, for a person buying a dump trailer or a roll-off, I can buy about four of these type of trailers, and to their one. So it's a little better. It's a lot more inexpensive, and I'm still not touching the debris. So yeah, all my dumpsters have wheels. They're driveway friendly, and most customers here are used to these type of dumpsters, and they prefer them because they say roll-off dumpsters messes up the driveway. So it's a give or take, but depending on where you at, I would suggest roll-offs or dump trailers, because most dumps in America or Canada don't have the pulley system where they'll pull everything out using a chain and skid. So just kind of be mindful on that. Just check your area, check your local landfill, see if they offer those services.
So what do you enjoy most about being an entrepreneur?
I mean, of course,
about your business and whatnot. What do you enjoy the most about being an entrepreneur?
I mean, of course, I enjoy the freedom. Just the freedom, man. Honestly, like if I don't say if something come up, if I gotta be somewhere, if I just want to leave at the drop of a dime, if I just want to go to Mexico for a couple of days, man, I can just I have that option, without being worried about getting fired. Now, I wouldn't suggest doing that starting out, or if you don't have employees, because you might not satisfy customers who might be calling you. But just the freedom. And of course, man, there's no cap on your money, your income that you can earn. I think that's the best. It's just I'm not making $50,000 a year. I'm making whatever I want to make from my effort. And I think that's one of the best things about being an entrepreneur. Absolutely.
I agree with you. The freedom, I mean, it's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, man. That's why everybody want it.
Yeah. Do whatever you want when you want, sort of thing. So, all right. So did you ever have a mentor, like when you were younger or, starting out your business? Did you ever have one?
Yeah, I had a couple mentors. Never, I don't think they knew they were my mentors. But it wasn't never a relationship. It wasn't never like, I'm going to pay you $100 an hour to be my mentor. Yeah. It was just more so like people who I could just call on and they'll just give me good advice. They've been being an entrepreneur for years, and they had just good things to tell me. So I kind of leaned on those type of people, but I never really had a entrepreneur where I actually had one-on-one coaching. I will be doing that soon, especially as I'm growing, and I need more just information about things, man. And so, yeah, so I had a lot of mentors over the year, even people who's not living anymore. They were my mentors. They just don't know that they're my mentors.
If they're still alive, you ever get a chance, go and thank them. I've done that with a couple people, so definitely. If you could give your 15-year-old self one bit of advice, what would it be?
I would tell my 15-year-old self to believe in yourself fully. Just believe in yourself. Just coming from where I came from, I didn't really I never seen people, entrepreneurs that I knew, like who was really building big multi-million-dollar businesses. So a lot of times if you never see it, it's hard to believe that it can come true for you. So I would just tell myself just to believe that you can build and you can become, just anything that you want to become. You got the tools for sure.
Definitely. All right. Dave's got another question for you.
Keep them coming.
Can you see that?
What's the craziest thing you found in a dumpster when dumping? Wow, I found so many. I mean,
the show.
Man, that's a hard one. I mean, the lady told me, I had a customer
Jose. Nice.
I don't want to freak nobody out, but she had like some dead cats in there.
Ooh.
She let me know though. She was like, yeah, I didn't want to. I put them on last, so just be careful. Yeah, she had like some dead cats on the back of it. I mean, I found money, I found jewelry, I found designer bags. I mean, just
Really?
everything you could think of, really, man. It's a crazy. Some stuff I felt guilty throwing away because I just didn't have time to go through it, or I didn't have the space in my storage to keep it. But man, it's unlimited. But probably those dead cats, man. I was like, man, come on, man. I had a mouse. I had a few mouses in my. They was alive. They were just running around in there before. So I find all type of stuff, man. It's raccoons.
So what do? Do you go through it quickly before you take it off to the dump, like to the landfill? Sorry, or
Sometimes I used to a lot when I first started out, especially when when you want to, because when I first started out, I was trying to I was renting out my dumpsters. I wasn't spending no money. I was like, I need to get more dumpsters. So I was saving on my profits and I was trying to upsell. So I was going through my dumpsters, getting out all my scrap metal. I was getting out anything I could resell. And I would just put my stuff I can resell in storage and stocking up metal just so I can buy more dumpsters. But as I grew more and I started getting more income, I fixed my credit. And so I can get better, access to leverage my credit to get better stuff and get it faster. I kind of stopped that a little bit, but yeah, it's
So Ryan's got a question for you. I think he's asking, like, have you ever found stuff that you could flip on eBay?
Yeah, I never really went the eBay route. I typically just go like the Facebook market route, Craigslist, OfferUp, Let Go. I mean, this is a crazy business, man. And if you guys just thinking about it, I almost had a customer. She paid me like $400 to remove a shed. And I was just joking, man. I had this shed. I took a picture of the shed, right? It was a metal shed. It was in good shape. And I think I put it on OfferUp. I had somebody call me within that same like 10 minutes or hit me back on there. And they came in. I sold that to them for like $200. Nice. So I made like $600. I didn't even have to remove it. So man, all the time. But I'm just not an eBay. I never use eBay. I use other channels to flip though. Absolutely.
Yeah. Nice. Gil's here. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight. Thank you so very much. And Les is here too as well. This is the gentleman I was saying that he's got his rental business out west. Les, where are you? Are you in Calgary or Edmonton? You can write down. That'd be great. So you did a video a while ago with the snow and whatnot that was going on. So next question for you.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Books. You read a lot of books.
Absolutely.
Give me your top three.
My top three, of course, Think and Grow Rich, 4-Hour Work Week. And the last one is, 7 Habits of the Highly Successful, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I believe that's how I'll be getting that wrong all the time. That's a really, really good book. That changed my whole business. I got a lot more, man. But honestly, now what I do a lot of is Audible. I'm more of an audio learner and a visual learner. I like to read though, but I think I learn better when I can just listen to it, making my truck. My truck is like a university. I don't listen to no music in there. It's just constant stuff that's just feeding me knowledge and just motivation, inspiration, continually.
That's beautiful. That's awesome. Hey, for everybody that's just arrived, if you guys want to scroll all the way up to the very top, I put Martin's link to his channel there. Okay, so please connect with him. That'd be great. So let's see here, Dave. Question Dave tonight, liking this. This is kind of like super chat Dave all over again. Can you? There you go.
Okay, can you buy the trailers in kits? I know you can build them, but do they sell kits and can be built by myself? When you say kits, are you saying like I don't know about any kits, but I'm not really understanding. So what type of kits? Can you ask me again?
Or you just put it together basically, and away you go. Maybe that idea. Is that correct, Dave?
Is it like a template of how to build them? Like that's what he mean by kits. Can you buy the kits?
I think Dave's trying to put together his business in Denver.
Okay. I mean, you can. If you're talking about like, do you need like a blueprint or a template on how to build them? I know a guy who builds a mall in Ohio. He built thousands of dumpsters in Columbus.
There you go.
So,
Dave, reach out to Martin afterwards. You can start putting your trainers together. Canada's
yeah.
Coffee, just subscribe to Martin's channel. Fantastic. Thank you so much. That's really cool.
Thank you, K9.
Here's another question. Dave, this is off the charts. Dave tonight. How many trailers can you bring to a customer in one trip?
Well, of course, when it's just me, one at a time. But I have specials. I have 2 trailer specials where I do when people. My biggest sizes are 15 yards, and I also offer 30 yards. So, but it's 2 15 yards for the price of 1 30 yard. So I tend to bring them if they need them 2 at a time. If it's like a quick job, I'll just bring one, and I'll bring a second one, or I'll just bring the one, and then come back and drop and dump it and bring the other one back. But yeah, just 1 at a time. But when they need 2, I can bring 2 back to back to them.
Cool.
For the most part.
Good to know. Victor, thanks for joining as well. Family now with Martin, great to see. So, Martin, do you ever plan upon, do you ever plan to retire?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's the ultimate goal. I mean, I've been thinking about that a lot lately because I already sold one dumpster rental business for great, more than what I spent on it, and so I know that's possible. So, but I think before that, I can't just not do anything, man. I'm gonna have my hand in something, and I go more towards, I do some Amazon. I've been dabbling in Amazon FBA, of course, looking into ClickFunnels and creating courses and books and stuff like that. That's something I want to do. So once I solidify and really get good in the online market and real estate, like you, we got to talk as well. So once I can get really efficient in the online setting and real estate, then that's when I'll be looking to for sure either sell or just put a person in charge of my dumpster rental business and just really build out a system and have it in place and even franchise it if it gets to that level. That's something I feel like doing.
Great idea. Really good idea. Hey, Kevin, thanks a lot for joining us tonight. You just showed up. Hey, how's it going? We're saying hi to Kevin, and let's see what Victor says as well. Oh, as for Les, good. He's going to follow him as well. And what's this question over here? Comment. You change your avatar picture, Martin. It looks slick.
Oh, man, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, let's see. Describe yourself 10 years from now.
10 years from now, man, I want my own plane. I'm gonna have my own island.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I try to dream big, man. But 10 years from now, for sure, like I said, either if I'm still doing the dumpster rentals, I want Kobe dumpsters in every state, even Canada. So if I can, have it franchised out, just creating jobs for just thousands of people, and of course having like a big online presence, and just being a person going around the country speaking and uplifting other people to really push forward and live their dreams, man, and really just to believe in themselves that they can be an entrepreneur. Mentorship, coaching, one-on-one, all that type of stuff. Nice. Absolutely.
Good for you. Good for you. 777 Outdoors. Thanks for joining us. Really do appreciate it.
I like that name.
I think this is probably for you, Marty. You're 4 away from 850. Does that sound accurate?
Oh, thanks. Well, I should have. I was at like 755. So I'm not quite there yet, man. I'm just get that.
Somebody else then, perhaps, but still. Oh, who knows? Maybe you already jumped up though this evening. Who knows?
I will keep that though, man. Soon, hopefully.
Hopefully. Kevin's got a question. What would you name that island?
Man, what would I name that island? I will probably name that island. Wow, that's a good one. The W. My last name Woods. I don't know. The W Island. This is my family, man. We can have our own what you call it, metropolis, whatever you call that land where it's just flowing with milk and honey. So yeah, probably the W.
I love it. Love it, Victor here. Nice point, running up to 2-digit courses to be released next month. Gumroad and PayHip. Okay, then. Nice.
That's all, bro.
Let's see. That's a question there. Excellent. Okay, so how do you plan upon growing your business? How are you going to scale it?
Marketing, man. Marketing. And marketing can be scary when you know what you're doing, but you're not prepared for it. So I'm looking at scale now, man, and I know what to do, but I just can't. I don't want. I've been overwhelmed before to get where I'm at now to get to this level. So definitely just creating more of a SEO with a more organic reach, of course, and if not franchising, looking to get some partners in probably other cities. And my like Cleveland, I'm in Columbus, probably get somebody from Cleveland or Cincinnati, so I can do more regional before I want to see if it'll work outside of Ohio. So just definitely looking to partner or franchise to some surrounding cities first, and see how it work, and just find good people to help me run it and build it. Mentors, of course, who can give me the wisdom and knowledge I need to build it into a multi-million-dollar business. So yeah, it's gonna take a lot of work, but
you'll do it. You'll do it. You got the drive. You'll do it.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Had a few failures along the way.
I sold my first business because I was overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Overwhelmed, man. I mean, every day I kind of struggle with just because you never know, man. Especially if it's a day where, say, yesterday I got 10 dumpsters rented out, and today I get one. That can be like, man, what am I doing wrong, man? Like, so I got to deal with that every day. But yeah, just some of the failures is having to sell my first one because I was just super overwhelmed, man. It was not a good time in my life for sure.
Yeah.
Not a proud time, but I'm happy I got back up though.
And have you learned from all your failures?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I think if I wouldn't have failed, I wouldn't have known what it was like to know that I can get back up. I mean, I think I'm the type of person, I guess I had to go through it, man, to really appreciate not going through it again, because I'm knowing like, man, I know what that is, man, and I'm going to take the steps. I'm not going to be lazy. I'm not going to be sloppy with this. I'm going to do it right. No shortcuts, and just really, truly learning from it and making it stronger and better.
Yeah.
So
good.
Absolutely.
What do you think has been your greatest achievement as an entrepreneur?
My greatest achievement, I mean, still to this day, man. I mean, a couple years ago, I did my taxes. I mean, getting over every in America, the American dream for a lot of people was $100,000 a year. So I think once I went to 100,000, I just was like, man, I really made it. Even though I'm a lot more now, but getting over that first 100,000, man, that was just like, man, I seen my tax return 119,000. I was like, oh my goodness, man.
Ooh, good for you, man.
Yeah, so that was probably like till this day, man. Even no matter how high I get, man, it's so far that was like the happiest. Like I was like, man, I can really do this, man. Once I got to those 6 figures, but now that's like, okay, it's time to. It's a lot more out here for everybody, for all of us watching this, for sure.
Yeah, just keep going, keep growing, right?
Absolutely.
It's all about the growth. It's all about the growth. So what are some of your mistakes that you did make that you wish you could have avoided?
I think one of the biggest is, of course, like the type of trucks I used, trying to get cheap trucks that just break down, not taking care of my trucks like I should, not having the proper equipment to operate. Had times where I didn't screw my tire on and it literally, I was on the highway, my tire literally rolled off on the highway. Just doing dumb stuff, man. Just not paying attention. Did
it hit anybody? Is everything okay?
Thank God it didn't hit nobody, man. People were looking and stopping and stuff. I was just like, oh my. Like that, man. It just happened, and I was thinking it only happened to me. I'm like, man, this ain't me. I can't do this, man. I ain't got what it take. But honestly, I talked to other entrepreneurs, and they all go through it, and
yeah.
that's the good part about it. Knowing like, man, you ain't alone. It's a battle, man. It's a struggle to get to where you want to get. But I learned that from the Marine Corps, man. Like going through a boot camp, man, and the harder it is, man, pain is weakness leaving the body, man. That's like my motto, man. Like, and that's so true. On the other side of that, man, that's everything you desire.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is beautiful. Getting back to your comment about, having other entrepreneurs to go through it and whatnot and hearing their stories. That's the beautiful thing about YouTube, is that we can all, like, did you have anybody when you were younger, like other entrepreneur friends to talk to?
Probably not. When I didn't really know too many entrepreneurs like who were doing on a bigger, higher level when I was younger. My dad's he's a disabled veteran, and he worked in like social work and stuff like that.
Right.
And so I didn't really have too many entrepreneurs to look to, except just like on TV, of course. But now, man, now you're talking about celebrity or just regular entrepreneurs?
No, just like regular friends,
Yeah. A lot of my friends, man, the friends I had who I grew up with who was entrepreneurs, they weren't selling let's just say they weren't selling things that you're supposed to be selling.
The true entrepreneurs, though.
They'll make a killing if they just went legit, though.
I know. So true, eh? It's so true.
Yeah. I forgot my uncle, man. He would end up going to prison, but I mean, he was one of the. I mean, he could have been. He had clubs. He had studios. So yeah. So probably my uncle.
There you go.
Now that I think about it.
So Les, you asked quickly how many bins Vegan Fit answered you. It was 20.
Yes.
Right. So, and then let's see. Next is Gil saying, "Hey, thanks for recording another awesome event, for learning, helping all of us to get to the next level." Hopefully, that's what this is all about, guys. Ask your questions. I mean, Martin's a busy guy. You've got him here. Ask him any questions that you need to. And this guy's really open with his business and whatnot, his tactics. It's great to see. Yeah. Gen X, thanks for joining us. Everybody's saying hi to him on this one. Fantastic. Excellent. Now I know why Danielle and Jose work together as a partnership, because doing these live streams and looking at this and then talking to you is like, daunting at times. Holy mackerel. I want to make sure I get everybody. So awesome. Nonetheless, let's move on. What is unique about your business? What's the competition?
What you said, what was the last part you asked?
What's unique about your business, and kind of like what is it that separates you from the competition?
Well, what's unique about my business is I offer, most of the dumpster rental companies in my city, they offer more long-term rentals, and we got some short-term rentals, 3 days, but I didn't see anybody doing a 1-day rental. So what I did was I started marketing the 1-day rental, and I think the reason why I was getting so many calls on Craigslist because I had 1-day rental, $200. And if you look at my city or any city in America or Canada, I mean, dumpster rentals for a 10-yarder, it can go anywhere from $260 to $300. I see people the bigger companies charge so much. So I get a lot of calls off of that, but that was for my 1-day rental. So my 1-day rental is my sweet spot, and people are trying to copy me now, but that's something that made me really stand out from my competition. And I think another thing is just my discounts. I try to do veteran discounts, teacher discounts, first responder discounts. I suggest doing that if you can afford it. It'll get you a lot, because a lot of times, like, man, I only called you because you not only a veteran-owned company, but you give discounts to veterans or seniors and teachers and first responders, and people really appreciate that. And of course, they want to save money. So why not offer that? And I appreciate those people as well too. So
and that's smart marketing on your behalf, and giving back like that as well, helping them out. That's really nice. That's very good. Very good. Ryan's got a question for you.
We pay waste management at our business. Do you also do longer day rentals? So we don't do we try not to go anywhere over 7 to 10 days. Waste management is more so they got 15 to 30-day rentals. So we try to stay out of that. And it's kind of hard to do that when you have under 100 dumpsters. Having under 100 dumpsters, it's really hard to do those 30-day rentals and those 6-month rentals. I had a guy who called me one time and he was going to pay me. I almost did it, but I was like, I can't really do it. But he just wanted continual dumpsters, and he was going to pay me like $3,000 a month, but it was going to be like a 6-month ordeal. And it really just didn't make sense for me because it would have tied me up. So I don't do right now the longer term rentals, but that's only because I only have a limited amount of dumpsters. But if I do decide to go over that 100 to 200 dumpsters, that's when I'll do the 30-day and 6 to 6 month or even a year long rentals. But yeah, not at this time.
Good answer. Great answer. Gil's got another question for you. A question for you. Send them over, guys. Love these questions. Keep them flying. This is good.
How many ventures did you start and stop until you found one that actually worked? So my first business, when I quit my job, I did commercial cleaning. I was cleaning a dealership. I was cleaning baby daycares. And the reason why I got out of that, because for some reason, they felt like they didn't have to pay you. And then you had to wait 90 days to get paid. So
oh, beautiful. That's fun.
It didn't work out for me, man. And then I found myself having to beg for the money that I earned.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is a good business, pretty good business, but because I know how to talk and get the contracts. So I kind of got veered out of there. And then I went to house cleaning, which was good for me. I got a big contract with the biggest company in America, America Homes for Rent. They have more houses than anybody else in America. The owner, he owns Public Storage and nice houses too, all in the suburbs. They had like 4,000 houses here in Columbus. I got a contract doing all their move-out clean-outs, junk removal. I got into carpet cleaning for them, just about everything you could think of, pressure washing. And that took me to another level. But but the dumpster rental, I just loved it because with all those other companies, I needed employees. And if you ever had more than 5 employees, then man, how stressful that can get. Just because if you hire the wrong people, especially doing lower labor jobs, man, they will quit on you. The turnover is pretty high. So dumpster rental was my sweet spot because I could do it myself. It wasn't as pressing on my body. And it just fit my personality at that time.
Good for you. All right, Dave's got another question. Man, this Dave guy, where'd he come from? Parts, man.
Bye. Where do you keep them all? I saw in the video you have them at some yard. Do you own or lease to land where you? So I got how much are the dumpsters to buy? So it varies. My first dumpster that I ever bought was $1,100 off OfferUp, and it was the dumpster. It was a 15-yard dumpster that was on wheels. And the good thing about that, man, is that I did some test marketing, and I bought it and I rented it out the next day. So I kind of at $1,100, I rented it out for $270 the next day. So I kind of got that back. So that was $1,100, but it varies. I'll say if you want to build it, expect between $1,000 to $3,000. If you go to roll-off route or roll-off dumpster, it can go up to $15,000. I keep them at a yard. I currently lease it. I have like a big plot of land. That's where I shoot most of my videos. I'll be at my yard. It's secluded. I don't get bothered. They got a really, really fair rate. And I'm just out the way. And so I do lease that land currently, but I am looking to get my own units, my own storage unit or my own yard. And, not only have my dumpsters there, but rent it out to other companies as well. Once I find the right plot of land here in my city.
Yeah. Great expansion. Great expansion idea. Okay. Les got a comment here as well. I think Waste Management would eventually be good as those guys have long-term contracts, so money comes in extremely regularly. But you definitely need more bins first. That makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know, like I said, I know companies here in Columbus. I couldn't believe it, man. I talked to the owner of a company here. They had a highway contract doing $70,000 a week. It was a lot of work, continuous, and they had the porta johns and all this stuff. So it's a lot of money. But the only thing about the contracts is, and definitely upfront before if you go that route, it's a really good route, very lucrative. But just look and see how long you're paid. You're gonna have to wait to get paid, because sometimes you're gonna have to wait 30 days, 60 or 90 days. So if you got money in arrears, then go ahead and do that. But look at it like this: every time you pick up the dumpster, you gotta pay to dump that. So if you're waiting 30 days for your money, 60 days for your money, just make sure you got enough money saved up to take care of that. So it's a give or take, but it's all about what you want to do and what fits you and what type of money you're working with.
Yeah, there's nothing worse, than cash flow. Lack of cash flow, like outstanding AR in your business, receivable. Oh man, it's just like, give me a break. And here's Ryan saying, collecting money can be tough. Especially the summer time in Florida, because he's been pressing customers on collections this week. I mean, it's ridiculous. I have to hire people to phone them up, our clients, to remind them to pay of
Oh
a that they purchased, 45, 60 days ago. It's ridiculous.
man, and I was in that. I was. It wasn't with the dumpster rentals. I do with my business with the dumpsters. I do now. I get paid at drop off. So once I drop the dumpster off, that's when payment, and I make that clear up front to them while
Yeah,
we're setting up and booking it. So I don't do that anymore because and when I did do that, a lot of times I got stiff. So that's everybody's like that, but just be very careful and make sure you just communicate that up front with the customer. They'll understand, but just get the money up front.
Yeah. It's fair. You want to create a win-win situation, right? I mean, it's got to be fair to you as well, right? So
absolutely.
definitely. What are your responsibilities being the business owner?
So I own and operate it. I do all the day-to-day. I do have people who I do have a company who takes care of the taxes and stuff like that. And I had somebody working with the phones, but they just couldn't close like I wanted them to close. So for now, I'm pretty much wearing every hat except just like all the books, even though I know how to do accounting, but just everything but my accounting. But I do all the drop-offs, pickups, all my marketing and everything like that. And it's kind of getting to the point where it's getting overwhelming. So that's why I'm looking for people. But I'm not in no rush because I got to find a person who really wants to grow it and who has the same mentality that I have. So
yeah,
it's a kind of like where it's at.
So you use the services of a professional accounting firm?
Well, yeah, I got somebody to keep my book. I got an accountant who just keeps my books and everything like that. Make sure keep track of my spending, because that's a little tough. I had issues in the past with keeping up with my stuff, man. So had to tighten it up. And that was the talking about, like just not having my stuff in order. Had to learn the hard way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to do everything. I mean, find the services of the accountant, the bookkeeper, even an attorney as well. I mean, it makes life easier for you, right?
Absolutely.
Definitely. You ever had to turn down a client?
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. I turn down a client almost every day. Honestly,
hang on. Let's hear the reasons. The list of reasons.
Because the type of debris they have. That's mainly the only reason. Now, when I first started out, I used to haul the concrete, the roof shingles. I do some roof shingles, nothing over 20 square, 15, 20 square. Dirt. I mean, this stuff is just too much. It's too heavy, and it's not meant for the type of dumpsters I have. So I'm better off just not even touching that stuff. Every time I had a guy, he filled my dumpster up with dirt. I hooked it up on the back of my truck. When I first started out, my truck was hitting the ground. That's how heavy it was.
Nice.
We had to scoop a lot of it out, but even when I took it to the dump, it was still like 10,000 pounds in there. And I had to pay almost $300. So, so I turned down customers who have just those type of debris items. And that's pretty much all that I turned down for the most part.
Got it. Yeah, guys, everybody, see that people are connecting with Martin here in his channel. Great to see. Please, and everybody, everybody else that's within the stream here as well. Please make sure go check out everybody else's channels. We're one big family here as well. If everybody, if you guys can share this video, this live stream out, that'd be great. Maybe we'll get some more people in the future as well. Greatly appreciate it all around. Definitely. So let's see. Les got a point here, Mr. Calgary. Les, any snow in Calgary today? It was 18 beautiful, glorious degrees here. Let's see. The point about collecting. That's always annoying. Yep, so true. That's always a way to make the first one as the deposit. I'm not sure what the standard is in the industry.
It varies. And my location, I wrote this. I'm writing another book about it too, just giving a lot more details. But I'm talking about how I came up with my pricing list. I basically just I made a spreadsheet, an Excel sheet, and I just looked on Google and I got a list of just about every dumpster rental company in my city. And depending on, and do this for whatever type of company you have. And I just made a list. I got all their prices and I kind of just averaged them out. And I didn't go too low and I didn't go too high. I kind of came in like that sweet spot where I know people will be like, they're getting a good deal. And that's kind of like how I came up with my pricing. It worked for me Because a lot of times people call me, they be like, man, this other company, because they call the people who's on the first page of Google the first person, and they're typically the bigger roll-off companies who's charging $300 for a 10-yard, and I'm charging $220 for a 10-yard. So they see that value, but and it's not the lowest. It's people like at 200, 210 and stuff like that. But so yeah, that's pretty much standard for me. But just make a list of all the businesses doing what you're doing, and just come up with an average price of that. Don't be too low. Starting out, if you ain't getting any business, kind of go at that lowest price to see what the market is screaming out to you, and just kind of take it from there. But pricing is a little tough if it's, it just varies on dump fees in your city. Our dump fees are cheap. Our dump fees are $39 a ton. I talked to a guy in New York. His dump fees were like over 100 something a ton. I was like, man, I don't know how y'all do that, man. I'm like, you got to charge the customers that extra fee. I'm pretty sure they're used to it, because you can't make any money paying that much at the dump. So just kind of a lot of different factors.
Do you know of a company called 1-800-GOT-JUNK?
Yeah, I know about 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Yeah, Brian Squidmore's company. They're based out in BC. So I had a really good friend that was, Brian's right-hand man for the starting first few years. And he was saying that they expanded into Manhattan, into New York. And it was the most challenging territory for their franchisees. Because it was so expensive, right? It's just so expensive. They almost had to slightly restructure, from what I understood, and allow the employees to take as much as they could home or resell it instead of dumping it, because the fees were so high.
Ridiculous, man. I mean, I probably wouldn't. In New York, I don't even know if I would be doing dumpster rentals, just because. Yeah, it just got to charge a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Jason, great to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. Great to have you on board here. So, all right. So somebody, hang on. Calgary, snow 2 days ago. Sorry, lad. Sorry about that.
No snow, man. No time soon.
Here we go. The winter is slowly coming upon us. Get ready, Martin. It's going to start happening. Get that salt in your bin.
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable. It's just a challenge. It's going to happen. All right. So you just actually gave some great advice just then. But if you were to give one bit of advice to anyone wanting to start out in your industry, what would it be? The greatest bit of advice you can give them.
The greatest bit of advice I would say is just change your mind. I think mindset, man. And with any business, it's all about mindset and researching. Not overly researching, because sometimes people can overly research. You could have a dream in your mind, and then once you look it up, you'll end up seeing people who hate that business, and then they'll discourage you. So just don't overly research, but just every piece of information you get with the dumpster rental business, take steps towards it. So be looking for dumpsters every day. Be looking how to buy dumpsters. Be looking at content on YouTube about dumpsters or whatever industry you're in. So just constantly just changing your mindset to prepare yourself, and researching, but instead of just looking and reading, every time you research, take steps to make it tangible, to make it really come true and everything like that. And that's probably just about it. And everything else will just basically fall in place once you just get that foundation with your mind. And that's what everything is all about. And entrepreneurship, it's all mental, I believe, because if you can overcome that, what's in your mind, man, then you you can overcome it all.
No kidding. So you're right. That was bang on, buddy. Holy mackerel, bang on. All right. So how many miles are you away from the Canadian border?
Man, I'm in Columbus. So take about 3 hours to get to Detroit. I got my uncle, he lived in Detroit. I got family in Detroit. So I would say about, probably about 300 to 400 miles.
Yep, more or less. Good. Okay, so I got some Canadian trivia for you.
Okay. Uh-oh.
And anybody, these are some, if you've seen from earlier streams, some of these are repeat questions. Can't think of a country, so hey, but no. Let's see if anybody, feel free, throw down your answer. Okay, I'm going to throw in a few blanks, all right? Basketball team, the Toronto
Raptors.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Was the Vancouver
Grizzlies.
Where are they now?
They're in Memphis.
Right. Who else on the live stream right now is in Memphis? You're not gonna. I don't think you'll know this one. Where's Jose?
Say that one more time.
Jose's in Memphis.
You said who's in Memphis now?
Yeah. No. Jose is in Memphis. One of the our team members here on this stream is in Memphis. What is Canada's official sport is?
You said Canada's official hockey?
Nope.
Basketball?
Mm-mm. Our official sport.
You said artificial sports.
Our official sport.
I mean, I would think hockey, ice hockey, fishing. I don't know, man. Hunting? No, hunting is a sport. I mean, I would think hockey or basketball, honestly.
Victor, baseball. Let's see. Hang on. I love this question because not many people actually get it. Ryan saying it should be hockey. Yep. Water polo. Daniel, water polo. Nice one.
Oh, wow.
Not curling. That's right. Hang on. It is. Oh, Daniel's fast with the Raptors. Our official sport is lacrosse.
Oh, wow.
Not water polo or fishing. Thanks.
That's good to know.
All right, couple more quick questions. I'm gonna go back to the business questions. Do we have a $1 bill? Yes or no?
Yes.
No, we don't.
Oh wow.
We have a coin called a loonie. Oh, I should have brought some down. I don't think I have anywhere.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Do we have a $2 bill?
I'll say yes.
Our $4 bill is a 5. We have a loonie and a toonie for the ones and the twos.
Wow.
Oldest brewery in North America is. I know you're a beer drinker.
You said it after.
The oldest brewery in North America is. Ryan, help him out.
Budweiser, man.
Close. Actually, I don't know if they brew. They might brew Bud up here, to be honest.
Oh man, it's out of Ohio. It's in Columbus.
Throw one out there.
Miller? No, I don't.
It is Molson. Molson is North America's oldest brewery in 1786.
Oh wow!
Hey, I got it. Jason got it. No way. All right, hang on here. So I got to get to Victor. He's throwing out a question for you. We'll get back to Canadian trivia in a second. Victor's got your question here. How do you keep up with marketing and advertisement, getting constant lead and business?
I used to keep everything in an Excel sheet just when I post, but now I got a routine every day. So I wake up, do some reading, and then I post on all my sites, check on my Google, and just kind of go from there. Kind of got my routine just over the years down packed. So I kind of just do everything in the morning and just post what I got to post on Craigslist, and kind of just keeps me steady and ready.
Well, there you go. Anybody throw some more questions, please. We're just having some fun with some Canadian trivia for the time being here and whatnot, and seeing how much of Martin knows of his cool, fun, friendly neighbors here. Okay, so keeping in, 'tis the season of Halloween. The Halloween term trick or treat was first used where? Les knows this answer.
I'll say London.
Nope. Trick or treat was first used where? I will tell you right now, it's a province in Canada. We do not have states.
Quebec?
Sorry?
Is it Quebec?
Nope.
Ottawa?
It's where Les is from, Calgary, Alberta.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Canada, man.
There you go. All right. Ryan's got a question. Do you have any Facebook ads for your business?
I did, but I didn't have much. I didn't really get the results that I liked. So I just took the money and put it more to avenues that gave me more business. I didn't really do too well. And I did a lot of research. I had really good ads for my dumpster rental business, but for some reason people didn't want to buy dumpsters off of Facebook for me. but not saying it won't work for you.
Sorry, I was just drinking some coffee. Sorry. Great answer. Hopefully that helped you out, Ryan. Let's see. Okay, next question. Who do you admire the most?
Who do I admire the most?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a tough question.
You can say pass.
I'm trying to, I mean, I'm
right back to it.
Yeah, I'll have to pass on that one. That's a tough one.
Really? Okay.
God is who I admire the most.
That's locked in the back of your memory. I'm gonna get back to that one later on. What do you value the most in other people?
What I value the most of just seeing. I believe everybody has talent and gifts. I think what I value the most is when people aren't scared to show who they really are, and just everybody you ever meet has something about them that you can't do. It's something about everybody that everybody has something. So I love to see when a person really finds what their gift is in life and their purpose. That's just like a beautiful feeling because all they do is just add value to other people.
Yeah. Agreed. Adding value to other people is huge. Ryan, cool point. I do Facebook ads for my dad's mobile marine business and the returns are insane. Weird how it does good for some businesses. And you know what? This is true. Like we spoke about this earlier. If it works for certain niches and certain markets, great. But yeah, I haven't heard many success stories from Facebook ads, to be honest.
Right here.
That's great to hear that, though. That's great.
That's why I tried it.
Yeah, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? You gotta try it out.
Yeah.
So, thanks for the comment. Really, really good. Let's see. I already asked that question about what's the strangest thing you've ever seen in a dumpster, like that one. All right, describe yourself in 3 words. Here we go. Let's get to know you a bit more.
Man, driven, persistent, and just encouraging.
Good. What's your favorite day of the week?
My favorite day of the week, probably Thursday.
Why?
I don't know because it's about to be Friday. Tomorrow's Friday, and but it's not Friday, so you still got, and then you got in business, you still got one extra day before people.
That's a great answer.
People who work 9 to 5, man, you notice it's more people who work 9 to 5 than there are entrepreneurs. So it's like an unwind on Friday, and so I like, I guess Thursday.
Yeah, I guess Thursday. Do you work over the weekend sometimes?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I try not to do so much on Sundays, but for sure, if I got to, I will. But yeah, absolutely. Whenever it's all about what the type of what my customers need. I try to just give that good service and let them know. I like Fertitta. He owns the Houston Rockets, and he said something very interesting that stuck with me. He said, "Entrepreneurs should never say no." So I believe that, man. None of it. When you go to when you go to a hotel and you call down for something, which you hate when they say no. So I'll take that to heart and I start using that, and it's been helping me out. But the only thing I do say no to is concrete and dirt. So I can't fix that until I get roll-off dumpsters, and I can actually say yes to that. But everything else I try to just say yes to, and just try to fulfill the customers because it just makes it better. They love you. Because I love when people say yes at companies when they can help me.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, never a problem. Proceed, move forward, and whatnot. When do you think you're most productive?
I think I'm probably marketing. I love marketing. I love getting business.
Yeah.
So my business for sure. Just marketing and just getting ears. Getting people to buy in. And want to do business with me. Absolutely.
So when during the day do you think you're most productive? Are you like a night owl or are you like a morning guy or when?
I like the night, man. So I'll be on my computer and I'm just I'm just doing all type of stuff. I'm finishing up my second book. I'm figuring out, watching YouTube videos about other people.
Book.
I'm sorry?
Your second book?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have a book out?
Yeah, it's called 8 Steps to a Successful Dumpster Rental Business.
Do you have a copy of it in front of you? Is it hard? Is it hard?
Copy for this one. It's on Amazon. It's an ebook. It's like $10, but I got my second one coming out, and it's 8 steps to $1 million dumpster rental business, and that'll be a hard copy, and that'll be coming out sometime this year. And still wrapping up the final touches to it.
That is fantastic. Good for you. Can you put that in the comments right now? Just put the title of your first book in the comments right now. If anybody wants to go and check it out, it's on Amazon. Would you say $800 was it, or 80?
Oh no, $9.99, $10.
That's even a better deal. That's amazing.
Really good.
Yeah, guys, check out Martin's book. That's cool. That's great. And Brian, cool, great comment. It's so true. Entrepreneurs work 80 hours a week so that you don't have to work 40. It's so true. Who's kidding who? And Gen X, hang on. That's, yeah, Canines Over Coffee saying it's a green as well. So true. Dave's, as always, laughing. Wait, Facebook ads. And oh, okay. That Facebook done there. That'd be awesome. Do a t-shirt. Yeah. Gen X, do a t-shirt. That's a good one. Let's see. Daniel's saying, see, making a million with the, sorry, making, yeah, your gross sales. You're making $1 million. Daniel wants to know. There you go.
Well, I'm close. I'm super duper close. But the only thing, once I get to that level, you gotta hire. You gotta hire out. You know what I mean? I need at least one more person to really maximize on that. But yeah, it's pretty much intact, especially just with other stuff I do. But yeah, it's getting there, especially with more scaling and everything like that.
That is awesome. Love hearing these stories. Good for you.
Awesome, man.
Really a huge accomplishment. You hit that level. Huge accomplishment. Victor, close second here with Dave in the questions tonight. He's got a question for you.
Yes, I did. I actually funded it with my last amount of money. Like I said, I did a market search. I put a Craigslist ad out before I had any dumpsters.
Right.
And I was steady looking for dumpsters to buy. I found one the next day on OfferUp for $1,100. I bought that dumpster. I rented out the next day, and I never looked back after that. So yeah, I did. I used my own cash to start it. But it took a lot, you know. It wasn't just something, you know, where I just happened overnight. I had to save everything and fix my credit all the way up, so later on I can, you know, build that up. But initially, it was my own cash.
Good for you.
Good
for you, Martin. What's something that you learned in the last week?
Something I learned in the last week?
Yeah.
A lot. I learned, especially in America with our media, I learn stuff all the time. Something that I learned last week. You asking me some good questions.
Sure.
It's like I gotta really think because I learned a lot. And let me see.
I got these questions from the previous, you know.
I learned something very interesting that I didn't know, and I want to share, but I just can't think of it right now. It'll probably come back to me.
We'll get back to that. Just feel free to, you know, throw it out there when you remember it. What's one thing that you own that you wish you didn't?
What's one thing I own that I wish I didn't?
Correct.
I got a Gucci hoodie. I don't really own. I wore it one time, and I just, you know, I was around a lot of people. So it's like with a designer hoodie like that, you can't really wear it all the time. Like I do, like my Seahawks hoodie or like a Nike hoodie. So I guess, yeah, I don't really need it. Didn't have to spend all that money on it.
What's your favorite NFL team? Seahawks?
I got a lot, man. I'm more of an NBA guy, but I like the Seahawks. I like the Browns, even though they're not living up to expectations. I used to like the Bengals, man. They're okay. Yeah, like the Seahawks, yeah, Browns and Bengals.
You're all over the place. Holy mackerel, that's cool. All right, Dave's got another question for you. Martin, watch out. I think Dave's up on you on the questions for the night. We need some more.
Oh, man. Questions. This is some good stuff. Can I tow these with my Pathfinder, or do I need a truck? I would go with a truck, man, because I started out with one of my newer trucks. I had a 2011 Dodge Ram and 1500, and in about a year or so, end up tearing it up. So yeah, you definitely don't want to pull, a metal dumpster. You could probably get away with it for about few weeks, but just I wouldn't suggest pulling anything super heavy. But check how much weight is rated for always before you use a truck, and to see how much weight you can pull. And also in America, at least, you will have to get your trailer weighed before you can get a tag and registration. So just make sure that whatever you're pulling, it's able to carry that amount of weight, and you'll be able to find that. Just look it up on Google and see how much weight you can pull. But just be careful, man. You don't want to mess up your transmission, engine, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
I'm surprised nobody's asked this question for you yet. But is Extraordinaire your actual last name?
No, my last name is Woods, Martin Woods. But that's just like my YouTube and my Instagram. I got a Facebook page. I'm hardly on Facebook, so if anybody ever look, I don't know why I just stopped. I'm not into Facebook no more like I used to be. Right. But Instagram and YouTube is like my main platform. So I like Extraordinaire because I want to do extraordinary things, man.
No, it's not as good. I love it. I love it.
It's the helpful entrepreneur, but maybe one day
it can keep it. It's a great last name. So, how many audiobooks have you listened to in the last year?
I listened to kind of like the same ones. I listened to a lot of consulting audiobooks. I listened to Tony Robbins, his new book. I got it over here too. I like Damon John Rise and Grind. I find just mysterious books too. And when I'm on Audible, when it's because it's no dumpster rental book, so I got to listen to just entrepreneur books. So just anything really. I listen to so many, can't even remember.
That's good. Keep it going. Absolutely, keep it going. Ryan, Martin is in.
I'm in Columbus, Ohio.
There you go. There you go.
Bucks.
You're mentioning all this computer stuff. Use one word to describe your computer ability.
One word to describe, still learning.
That's 2 words.
Learning. You said, you said one word. You said how many words? I'm sorry. One, learning.
You can use 2. I'm just kidding. No, just kidding. Oh, geez. Could you go a whole week without your smartphone? Yes or no?
Honestly, no. And I hate that, man. I feel like I'm getting very addicted. It's something going on nowadays with everybody, man. I see people all the time just with their phone driving, and something is going on, man. It's getting very addictive. So yeah, probably not.
You always got to stay connected, right? So
being an entrepreneur and having customers call, I'll go out of business.
Have you ever hurt yourself during work? I mean,
all the time, man. I almost broke my thumb, man. I crushed my nails. My nail I hit my head just really bad on like the ceiling when I used to have my other truck. Yeah, all the time. I'm always got nicks and bruises on me, man. It's hard work. So yeah, all the time, man.
Imagine, holy mackerel. Ouch. Yeah. Holy mackerel. Ryan, sorry.
It'd be dumb stuff. It'd be stuff that could have been prevented if I just would have been paying attention a little better.
Wear some bubble wrap in a hard hat next time.
Yeah, probably should look into that.
Post it on Instagram tomorrow morning.
I might have to do that, man.
All right, Ryan's got a question for you.
Okay. Do I think? I think he's a great quarterback, but I feel like with every quarterback, especially, I believe that if you look at it all depends on what situation you end up in. Like Tom Brady. I mean, we don't know if he probably wouldn't have went to New England with Belichick, he probably wouldn't have been the greatest of all time. So I believe, man, I don't think he's in a good system because I don't know about the Redskins, man. I don't know. I hope so because my guy, my Buckeye guy, but it's hard to guess on quarterbacks, man. It's either hit or miss, man. And he got the tools, but we'll just have to see.
Yep. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah, Tom Brady. There you go, says Ryan. All right, next question. What's your favorite season of the year?
Oh man, my birthday June 1st, man. So I love summer. I like the spring going into summer like that, like late May, June, I just love that time of the year.
Yeah.
Everybody's unwinding. It's just they get a lot more business. It's not cold and miserable. So yeah, spring, went summer, going into summer.
Yeah, absolutely. Same here. Same here. You done anything spontaneous lately?
Anything spontaneous.
Yeah.
Every day is spontaneous, but can't not really. Not really. I'm not really a spontaneous type of guy.
Yeah.
Not really.
You like to plan ahead?
You said what?
You like to plan ahead?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, nothing spontaneous. I'm more, calculated, I guess.
What makes you laugh?
I don't know, man. Snapchat, my cousin, one of my best friends, man, and we do the filters on Snapchat. If I want to laugh, I'll go on Snapchat and just do the faces, or YouTube, man. Those prank videos. I mean, I love to laugh, man. I think it's so fun to laugh.
The best medicine. Oh my gosh, it's the best medicine.
So
right, the prank videos on YouTube are amazing.
Yeah. I mean, on IG, Instagram, you can find funny things, man. I find funny things where I'm not supposed to laugh too. That's the funniest stuff.
I think it was Jose or Ryan earlier when we were talking. It was like, you see somebody accidentally fall on ice or, slip and fall or whatnot. You try. I mean, it's not nice to laugh, but I mean, it just it's just like the funniest thing sometimes. You always feel bad afterwards. Like, oh, geez, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when's the last time that you laughed out loud?
Probably today, man. Like, I'm always laughing. Like, I'll be by myself and like I'll see somebody walking funny down the street and I'll just laugh. Like, man, look at this person. Like, it don't even be like funny. It just be how they just walking. I don't know, man. I laugh all the time, man. Cause I go through a lot of stuff during my day. My days be rough, man, and so I be having to laugh, man, so I don't really get just ticked off. That's transparency, man.
Oh man. Okay, so here I got something new then for carrying on the Hang Out With series. I'm gonna shut up for a while, and everybody else can ask you guys. You guys can ask Martin any questions that you guys want. I'm not gonna say anything from now on. Let's see what people come up with. Oh, Jose is back. And he says, check out the shampoo pranks on YouTube. No kidding. They are hilarious.
I need to check those out. I haven't checked out the shampoo pranks.
They are funny. They're done in California, I think on Venice Beach. And there's, the prankster's, behind a shower. And he's just like pouring on the guy's head as he continues to shower over and over and over again. It's so well done. So well done. So, guys, any questions for Martin? Let's go. I'm going to sit back. La, 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 la. So, Martin, let's talk. Well, some questions are coming up. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, man. You went over a lot, man. You got some good questions, man. You're a great interviewer, man. I never,
Thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks.
I'm very, very good at it, man, because you caught me up a couple times, man. I feel like a politician, and I'm having to duck and move a little bit out of my questions.
Yeah, bob and weave around a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, Gen X, no kidding. The gold digger videos.
Yeah, those I love those too, man. One of my I like those. I do think I seen a couple ones I thought was fake. I'm like, come on, man. But it's a very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Because she think he got some money.
No kidding. Especially when the guy gets her in the car, he's like, no, the car won't start. Why? Because it doesn't start when there's a gold digger in it, and the girl has to get out. It's like, oh, jeez. Like I just feel tough for them. So, all right. So Dave's saying Rick is tough. I guess I am. I don't know. I don't think these are questions.
Good, man. Hey,
I'm trying to keep it, fun and bounce it around with some, professional questions. We want to get to know you We want to get to know your business and you as an entrepreneur and you personally as well, right? So hopefully I'm talking around with some fun other questions too, a little bit of the lighter side.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
all right, K9's over coffee. Here you go. Do you have a specific morning routine? Great question.
Just getting up, reading, and posting my marketing ads. Might do some push-ups, just to get my blood flowing. Grab some coffee, get right, get ready, and get right to it.
Yeah, get in there.
But really, my morning routine all depends on what I do the night before. That's really how prepared I am the night before, because if I don't prepare my night, then my morning will be kind of off. So it's two-sided with my morning routine.
Yeah, what time do you usually get up in the mornings?
Man, it varies. I'm not a morning person. I try between 6 and 7. Between, that's like my sweet spot, like 6 and 7. Earlier when I gotta, because I don't open till 8:30. But like I said, the day before, if I know I got dumpster rentals, I'll have them already set to get going out, and it just makes it just that much easier. So between 6 and 7. I'm not a 4 or 5 o'clock guy right now. I did that in the military, man, and that really wasn't my cup of tea. So I get a lot done at night. I stay up pretty late. So I still.
Oh, you're a bit of a night owl then, eh?
Oh yeah, I get those hours back, man. I get a lot done between 9 and probably 12 to 1. Sometimes I'm up to like about 1. So. Yeah.
Okay, so you were saying that you did have an answering service for a while, but they couldn't close the deals for you, correct?
Yeah, I had a person I had answering my phones. I had my number being routed to them and myself when I couldn't answer it. They just didn't really just know. I trained them and everything like that, but they just couldn't really close, like I would want them to. So we had to go a different route.
So what do you do now? Do you have your phone, like you just have it going straight to your business line, goes straight to your cell phone?
Straight to my cell phone. If I'm not there or if I'm about to do something. And it seems like, I'm gonna be honest, for some reason, it seems like a customer will call me right when I'm jumping off a dumpster and I can't talk to them. So I set up a automatic text. So I got like, hi, be right back with you and stuff like that. And I'll just ignore it, but I'll have that text automatically go to them, so they'll know I'm not ignoring them. And then soon as I'm done, I get right back to them. Yeah. That can be a little stressful, just answering the phones and trying to go without your day. Because a lot of times you'll get some customers who will give you the runaround and just ask you 20 minutes worth of questions, which is okay. I'm not knocking them. And then we probably won't end up scheduling anything. But I blame myself for that.
No, tire kickers. We get them all the time too.
Oh yeah. Don't really want to. They're probably just calling this to check my prices. I don't know. But.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. But there's like, it happens all the time in every industry. Are tire kickers?
Yeah, absolutely. I did it before.
Ryan, we've got a great question for you. Do you think the Tesla truck will be good for pulling dumpsters?
Man, I actually thought about that, man.
Really?
As long as it's rated to whatever, you got to look at the rating. The GVWR, it's like just the gross weight, how much weight you can pull with a certain truck. But yeah, if the rating is good, if it can pull, I try to get trucks that can pull 10 to 15,000 pounds, at least starting out. So anything 2,500 F250 and above, you want to go that route. But if the Tesla can do, 10,000 pounds, can pull that or more, that'll definitely be a good thing, man. Especially if it's running all on electric, you save a lot of money, man. I got to fill my tank up every day and a half. So, yeah.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Whoa. That might be an idea for you to really be seriously looking into. Maybe you never know.
Yeah, I do a lot in gas.
Wow, that's something. Wow. All right, Dave, why do people even need to talk to you? Can't these questions be answered on the website or be on the website?
Why do people?
Sure, but
they can, but a lot of times people want to hear a person because they have questions that's not always on the web. Even if you have FAQs on there, but a lot of times people either want to talk or text to a human or just a person they think is a human, because you can have robots doing a lot of that as well. But yeah, it all depends. More of the millennials, I believe, and under, they're more so they'll look online and just straightforward. or either text. But a lot of people, over that, they want to talk to a person and solidify it and stuff like that. So it just all depends on, that from my experience.
But you know what? That's Dave. That is actually a really good question. And I thought about that years ago as well. I was like, well, all the questions that most people are asking, I've got in my FAQ sheet. So why do they need to speak to us? But they do. They still do, right? And there's these specific questions that you just wouldn't even think about. I mean, you're like, okay, specific to their needs and whatnot.
Like, I had a customer today. Can you take a dumpster through my grass, through the backyard, up a hill, with it being slippery? So like, you get questions where people they won't be able to find the answers. But yeah, really, really good question.
Yeah, that is a really good question.
It'll be a lot easier for them to book it online, actually. But
do you have that capability on your website?
Yeah. Well, I don't have a FAQ. I have just pages. I have transparent pricing, so people can look on and see how much I charge. And that's really what most of the people want to know, how much it's going to cost, and dimensions and stuff like that. So people who call me, they don't want to book online, because you can book it online and it'll come straight to my email, and I'll email you back and we'll set it up. But most people just call.
Wow, interesting. So Dave says, here's Dave. I don't ever want to involve a human if possible.
Working with having human employees, it's tough, man. I mean, especially if they share your vision, it's tough. I understand that completely. That's why I do the dumpster rental business, and I just got myself.
Yeah. So you know what? Hang on, and then that's a good Dave. That's a really good point. And Ryan here, he's saying to Dave, investing most people I deal with need to will need to deal with a person, and it's like different businesses, right, and different needs and whatnot. This is such a good conversation, because it's so true, right?
Yeah.
I've got a business where people don't want to talk to anybody. They just want to, it's the leads company, and they just want to go straight to the website, bam, bam, bam. They don't. We try and follow up sometimes, and they just won't even take our calls. They'd rather not talk to anybody, right?
Absolutely.
So, but then other businesses I deal with, it's just like, it's all people based. It's all about that relationship, that business relationship moving forward. So, question for you: like, you can build up these relationships. Do you get reoccurring
all the time? Yeah, man, for all the time, man.
Good.
All the time.
Got deals. That's good.
Sometimes it won't even be like I will have like a few days where it'll be just people I already dealt with, and I save everybody in my phone. I keep, I just save everybody in my phone, and you'll be surprised. I'd be surprised, man, how much I probably do more repeat business than anything else.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times I get connected with these house flippers, and I get contractors better rates. So I'll be their go-to guy. So when that winter time come, they still got properties that they still working all year round. So I keep them in my pocket, man. So I stay busy during that's how I can stay busy during that season. But yeah,
that's great. Good for you. Good for you. What else can you tell us about the business that you'd like to tell everybody here about, that I have not asked a question about from you tonight? What would you like to elaborate on or tell us?
I mean, with the dumpster rental business, I'll just say, man, we already went over the mindset, because it's a lot of ups and downs, and just willing to learn, man, willing to learn how to, if you're not good with your hands, willing to learn how to change tires, to learn how to do some welding, just being open to getting your hands dirty. You're going to be dirty because you're going to be at the landfill where all the trash in your city goes. So just, prepare yourself just to be the opposite of corporate.
Yeah. So how often are you at the landfill site? You there like 3 or 4 times a day with bins?
It all depends. I used to be, it depends on how much dumpsters you got. So if I got 5 rentals and I only got 5 dumpsters, I have to go 5 times. But if you got 20 dumpsters, then I have empty ones already. So my yard, my yard is right across the street from the landfill. I purposely did that so I can stage full dumpsters and just go out that way. And then when I'm done with all if I got empty dumpsters, I try to get my customers out the way first. And then my full ones, I can just go back to back and just, recycle them So that's kind of like how that works.
No, that's a smart tip right there for anybody getting into this business, watching this live stream or the video afterwards. There you go. Lease some land as close as you can to the landfill site. That makes so much sense. So smart.
Changed everything for me, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Because you can have like dumpsters just sitting there, full or whatever. Half your stock is ready to go at any time if you want it to be, and you got some downtime going empty. I mean, that's great move on your part. Good. So there you go. That's a great business tip. Really good. So what else? I think 5 more minutes. I got to catch an early flight to Phoenix tomorrow morning, everybody. So 5 more minutes. If anybody's got any more questions for Martin, please put it down here in the comments. Martin, what else would you like to tell us about yourself or being personally being an entrepreneur or about your business? What else can you tell us?
I mean, just you know, if you want to be an entrepreneur, man, just make sure you're willing and able, and you gotta just a drive about you, man. Because and it's okay. I tell people all the time, man, it's okay if you're not an entrepreneur. I think entrepreneur is the cool thing to do now, and everybody is trying to get into it. But then most people I know, they're finding themselves back working for somebody because it's not for everybody, and that's okay, man. People need to understand that because people are entrepreneurs, needs employees to scale and get to the next level. So I just, I just want everybody to know, man. I try to just tell that, man. If entrepreneurs, it's a good thing. It can change your life. It's freedom. It's more money. But to get to that level and to really achieve, the success you want, man, it's a big sacrifice and it's not guaranteed. I got people all the time like, man, I need to make this much to pay my rent or stuff. I'm like, hey, I can't guarantee guarantee you're going to be able to pay your rent. You know what I'm saying? You might not have no business that time. So just make sure if you want to get into entrepreneurship, make sure you got the right mindset. Make sure you're in it for the long haul and you're not just doing it because it looks cool and you can have it on your Instagram like an entrepreneur. Don't do it for those reasons. Do it because you really want to add value to the world. You really want to just be an asset to people and you want to inspire people and everything like that and just make people's lives better.
Yeah, definitely. Ryan, great comment. Thank you so much. Awesome to see what he's been able to build. Glad to have found his channel.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Ryan, man. You had some really good questions, bro.
Yeah, and please make sure everybody here,
everybody had great questions.
Yeah, great time tonight, really good time. And Dave, yeah, low capital to get started. He likes that. There you go. I think we're going to be seeing a Denver dumpster company starting up pretty soon. So, Dave, whatever you do, please just get it down on your YouTube channel. We'd love to see you start doing this. It'd be great to watch the growth of your business next too. So, yeah, getting back to being an entrepreneur, it's a tough road. It's very doable. Nowadays as well, it's probably. I would say it's easier, but I think it's not as lonely as it used to be, or as challenging because there's so much information out there now. Obviously, with all these social media platforms, especially, you can connect up with other great people. So by all means, but go for it, right? And anybody that of that's thinking about being an entrepreneur, I recommend just go for it, but create a team around you as well, so you can learn as you grow, right?
Absolutely.
So, any questions, guys? Let's see. Comments going on here. Here we go. All right, Dave's Denver Dumpsters. Here we go. Can't wait for this YouTube channel to start. Gonna do a search on it later on tonight. Hopefully, it's gonna start. I'm sorry.
That's a catchy name, man. It's all about the name.
All about the name. Oh, gee, hang on for 1 sec. Let's see. Victor saying, great to see you start a business with your own cash. Thumbs up, Martin. There you go.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, and Dave saying, thanks, Martin. Very interesting. Yeah, it's great having you on board tonight, buddy. This has been a great time talking to you.
It's an honor. Absolutely.
Creeping up to 2 hours, holy mackerel. And again, I want to do these yearly recaps. We'll do another one, do an update with you in a year's time and see how far you progressed and grown.
Absolutely. I will appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. So, all right, guys, Ryan saying have a great night. Victor, and probably hopefully everybody else as well. So, guys, everybody's been part of this stream. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the comments tonight, the questions. Really cool. By all means, like, get in contact with Martin. If you have any questions in the future, you guys know where to reach him, okay? Thanks once again, guys. Have a great night.
Have a good one, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, guys.